Life is difficult. Weekends are usually the hardest on me because I have a lot of idle time and I procrastinate, like, unpacking boxes or doing things that can occupy myself. I just talked to my ex on the phone, and I really am glad that we're still friends and that we're both really important to each other, but he just kind of let me know that his life is pretty terrible. I really felt guilty that I caused him so much stress in our relationship, but apparently our relationship was nothing like what he's going through now, and he put himself in the situation that he's now in. But what really shook me the most about our conversation was that it really finalized that we were no longer partners. That we were strictly just friends that were able to confide on each other because we knew each other so well. And while I chose this life of moving away from everything that I knew, it still hurts to know that someone that you love and care about, not even a month later, has technically already moved on in a lot of ways. I don't know if the word is jealousy, because I don't really feel jealous that he's in a really crappy situation now. But I'm just grieving what we had together. And that's okay. Grieving is exactly what I need to do. And I'm not even upset that he kind of got involved with someone pretty quickly, because I would never expect anybody to just wait and be alone or in the situation that I'm at, which is essentially physically I'm alone and I don't have like friends or family or anybody that's familiar to me here. But I chose that on purpose. I apparently, tell myself that I want to be challenged, and I am, but in a way it's also punishment. And I shouldn't think of it that way, but that's how I feel, at least for now. And so I always remind myself that I need to allow the emotions to flow through me instead of holding on to them, because that's kind of one of the things that got me where I am today, is holding on to things and letting them, not be released healthfully. And so I cried. And I'm probably going to cry many more times about maybe the same thing. I don't know. But I really told myself that I need to allow the feeling of grief and the feeling that I've been replaced and the feeling that he really screwed up some things for himself currently just flow through me. And I'm sure that I know that I take on other people's emotions, especially those that I care about. And I don't like knowing that someone I care about deeply is going through so much struggle, because they're so kind-hearted. Because not everybody in the world is kind-hearted. And it's really easy for kind-hearted people like him and like myself to get caught up with people that will take advantage of us or use us or are just trying to use us as a step up. And he doesn't deserve that. So while I'm grieving the relationship ending and I'm grieving the loss of, a lover, I'm also upset for him that he got screwed and that I can't fix that. And he can't ultimately fix it either. Sometimes I think it's easier to just be a bitch and cold and heartless. But I know that's not really me. That's just a wall that I've had to put up in the past to keep myself protected. And so it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel the emotions. It's okay to miss people. It's okay to grieve. But don't let yourself stay too long there. At least not in the negative stuff. Or the just constant depression. Because life is beautiful and people are beautiful. And I have so much to look forward to. Even when I feel like days like this that I'm completely alone, I know I'm not. I know I have people that love me and support me even if they're thousands of miles away. I know that I have my kitty cat who is always by my side. He's cuddled up next to me right now in bed. And I know that I have, my spiritual community, my guides and my angels and, source. And I know that it's also okay to feel sorry for myself sometimes. And it might happen more often right now than I want it to be, but I'm not staying here. I'm letting it happen, and I'm letting the emotions flow through, and I'm letting the tears fall from, my eyes, and then I get up and I go about my day and I move on, and maybe I'll cry every weekend for the next year. I don't know. But I know that I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of crying. I'm not ashamed of grieving my old life. And I look forward to, the weather changing and spring coming and summer and fall and exploring this beautiful area. And I look forward to, recording messages to you all from, the waterfalls and the caves and just outdoors. And I look forward to describing what I'm looking at and wishing that you all could see what I see. Taking pictures and just letting the sun rays, hit my skin and hugging trees and all that stuff. I'm really excited about that. And do I wish that I could have a companion to share all of that with? Yes, absolutely. But at the same time, I know that I'm enough, and that solitude provides gratitude, and it doesn't mean that I am always going to be alone. And I'm talking about alone, like with another human. And I am strong. I know that I am capable. I know that I'm going to find being on my own a beautiful delight some days, and other days like today I'll grieve, because even though I was not comfortable in my quote comfort zone in Texas, I was comfortable knowing that I had someone to come home to. And I was comfortable knowing that they looked forward to seeing me. And I'll get that again one day. This is just, growing pains. This is exactly what I wanted. This is what I asked for. I asked to move somewhere, to get uncomfortable, to challenge myself, to heal, to grow. And I'm doing that. So yeah, here I am. I look forward to the springtime, even though it will be muddy. I'll get to wear my pretty boots. And I look forward to exploring my area more up here and making new friends, and hopefully seeing old ones if they visit. I look forward to finding someone new to love me and for me to love them, and making memories. I'm truly grateful for the experiences, even though they've been a lot more tough than I ever anticipated. I know that I am worthy of everything that I've ever wanted, and I deserve everything that I'm working forward towards. And while I'm not going to forget my lover, my partner of my past, and the good things that we did together, and the people that we were around, including his children, I know that hopefully the grieving of my old life with them will gradually lessen as the days go. So I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to regret the choices that I've made. Some people have told me, well, you could just go back if it doesn't work out. And there's no going back. Nobody's sitting there waiting for me to come back. People have moved on. That's exactly what they are supposed to do. Nobody should ever wait for somebody else. Live your life, and if something is meant to be, it will be. And it doesn't have to be permanent. Nothing's permanent. We are all doing the best we can with what we know and what we have. and then we'll eventually die. Or I guess you could say we'll go home. We're all racing to the same thing, to go home. And so yeah, I hadn't posted in a while, and I felt like when I talk things out, it helps. And so as I'm laying in my bed or sitting in my chair crying and asking why do I have to go through this? I know the reason. I chose this. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't suck sometimes. So friends, just know that when you're struggling, even if you didn't choose it, like I am, it's not always going to suck. And the sun will rise, and the day will go on. And look for anything that's going to cause you to smile or laugh. Look for whatever you need to brighten your day when you're going through struggles. And I'm going to listen to my own advice also. Until next time, be well.